So in the meantime, I've done the quest battles. I've done a little more grinding, shopping, forging, that kind of thing. Certifications, I guess I'll go over those real quick. You can see I've got everyone up to level 10. Recommended level is 9, so getting a step ahead. Let's see here. Byleth is still a thief. Fatal Guard's still a lord. I didn't have enough of these intermediate seals to take some of these promotions. At this point in the game, they're still limited. I'm pretty sure after this battle, they'll be a little more available. That's fine. So, for example, I've got Ferdinand is now a Cavalier, which will help a lot. Linhardt also did not get promoted. Caspar, what did I make him? I think I made him... he is a Brigand. Good old axe-wielding class. Bernadetta has been promoted to Archer, like a full-fledged Archer. Dorothea is still waiting. Petra is also a thief, I believe? Yes. And Anna's not been promoted. The main thing I did, though, is I got all of my non-magic users promoted to make sure that they get extra movement, because that will help the mission go considerably faster. At least I'm pretty sure it will.
This weather is unfortunate. Those villagers were right when they said a storm was brewing. But they were more afraid of an attack than they were of the storm. Let's end this quickly.
The thieves have taken Conan Tower as their base. There it is in the distance.
Miklon must be more skilled than your average thief to have overtaken a place like that.
This area was the site of a massive battle several hundred years ago, when invasions from the north were at their peak. This tower was built for both surveillance and defense. It will be difficult to seize it.
You know your history, Gilbert. If I recall correctly, you're from the kingdom, aren't you?
I left my home long ago. If you have any questions about the mission, I'd be happy to answer them.
Questions? Alright, well, what do you know about the leader of the thieves? That's probably more pertinent than just House Gautier in general.
House Gautier has always placed great importance on whether or not someone bears a crest. Margrave Gautier has 2 sons. A crest never manifested for his eldest. It's not hard to imagine why he left and wound up in this sort of life.
There's no reason that crests should have the power to dictate someone's destiny. Don't you agree, Gilbert? He was just another victim of cruel fate. Forsaken by the goddess, who now demands his execution.
You get the feeling that maybe Edelgard has some kind of feelings about the church, maybe? I don't know, is that coming through at all? Am I just making that up? Alright, units. Alright, well, Sylvain is here. All my other units can move. Since Sylvain doesn't even get any experience, I don't know. That's probably fine just to have him as an adjutant. I don't even know who to assign him to. We'll just leave him on Byleth. See, here is our map. We've got an ally on the field, Gilbert, who is a fortress knight, which is a high-level armored knight. Likes to use axes. Really likes to use axes. Looking down here, he's got axe fair. Any weapon fair type skill is always good to have because it adds +5 to your attack power. Just right on the top of everything. Other than that, got some thieves, bandits, lots of dropped items here. What do we have? Healing item, healing. Oh my god, the healing just will not stop. Oh, of course, a chest key. Good thing I have a thief or two in the party. Accuracy ring. Okay, that's an accessory. That's better than nothing. And of course, our boss, Miklon. Wielding the Lance of Ruin, Hero's Relic. A Crest-bearer can use a combat art, Ruined Sky, which means Miklon here can't use it. Alright, well that's all the information I care to gather. And again, I still really appreciate this.
Close by. We're almost to the top floor.
They have nowhere left to flee, so the situation is in our favor. All we have to do is chase them down.
I do appreciate that the defeat conditions are still just everyone dies. That means Edelgard can be defeated, Byleth can be defeated, and the battle still continues. That's really good. And I know I mentioned that I promoted all my mages further so that they could have better movement. All my non-mages. The reason I didn't promote the mages, or didn't focus on them, is because even when they do promote, their movement range is going to stay the same.
Put me in there.
Didn't seem all that important, you know? I did get a new combat art for Bernie at some point. Deadeye, which dramatically increases her attack range. Still that accuracy penalty, but it also does increased damage. Yeah, an extra 6 points of damage. Being an archer is pretty good.
Ferdinand von Eyre.
And there's Ferdinand. Yeah, okay.
Stay focused.
Of course, there's our Sword of the Creator. I'm going to save it just because its durability is so low, and well, that's pretty much all there is to it.
I will prevail.
Its durability is low.
That was nothing.
I did turn battle animations off. I guess I'll leave them off just for the interest of time.
Not so fast.
I'm just going to assume that that's fair and tolerable. Yeah, it's neat. I can just pick this guy off from down here with with some attacks. Oh, that's what I did. I turned off battle animations for enemy turns, or rather, I kept them on only for my turns. That's fine too. B-rank. Did I? Oh, but I didn't make a mistake and forget that I got the B-rank conversation for Bernadetta. Sure looking like I forgot.
Captain's in trouble. Hurry up, you fools!
Enemies approach from the lower floors. Watch the rear flank.
Somehow, I think I'll be okay. Alright, I want to pick on this guy. Yeah, it looks like that is going to be my best shot. I guess they're about equal. Alright. More likely to hit than not.
I thought I was dead. Whoa, did I get stronger?
Bernie, you were shooting from way downtown. You were fine. Cannot emphasize that enough. She did get HP from that, right? Yeah, okay, good. Remember, Bernadetta's got her unique character skill where if she does not have full HP, she gets 5 points stronger. Which is ridiculous. Yeah, we'll have Byleth come over here. Oh yeah. One other thing about Cavaliers. So when Cavaliers, you know, they're riding on horseback, stairs kind of take a little more movement than normal. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 instead of his normal 7. They just have a harder time going upstairs. That's fair. But any unit that's mounted also has this dismount option. You can have them mount or dismount freely. You know, as part of their turn. And what dismounting does is, well, it converts them into an infantry unit. So, you know, they'll still have their stats and everything. They just can't move as far, but they won't take the same kind of movement penalties that a mounted unit might have. Or they won't have the same vulnerabilities if it's a flying type unit. I think that's neat. I think this was in one of the past Fire Emblem games. One of the Super Nintendo games, I think. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But it's still a neat idea. Where does the horse go? Don't worry about it. Alright, Gilbert, you can just handle that one on your own. That's fine. Lure out that enemy. Move my mages up. Who wants some experience? Hubert could use some experience. Hubert. Got anything good for me? Not especially, but who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky with a critical here. 7% is not 0. We didn't get it, but we could have. Stick Ferdinand back on his horse.
Victory is assured. You are not.
You're in good form.
And yes. Mounted units get a Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn style canto, which means after they act, they can use up the remainder of their movement range.
No use.
All right. Enemies, of course, can use gambits. Gilbert's fine on his own, I think. We're just gonna let him do his thing. And we'll conserve that steel sword just a little bit.
One more success.
At this point, I kind of wish I had a flying type unit. I probably could have if I'd, trained for it. But I didn't, and now here we are. So it goes. Ah.
Here we go. Attack them from both sides.
It's an ambush.
Somehow, I think I'll be fine. Let's see. Along the way, Dorothea learned a new spell, Thoron. Usually a high-level thunder magic spell. In this game, it comes with the extra range, attack range. So that's neat. Gives her a chance to contribute. Anna's not going to get much of a chance to attack, so let's give her the opportunity, I suppose. That's rude. This guy gets to attack twice. Well, then it's time to bust out the gauntlets. Big honkin' steel gauntlets.
I knew you'd do it.
Good job, team. Ah, heck, I might have accidentally gotten the B rank support between Bernadetta and Byleth without not realizing it. Alright, what do I have that would finish the job? Yeah, we'll just go for a helm splitter, I suppose.
Well, how was that? One step at a time.
Alright, see now we're getting into some actual combat.
Should I have held back?
Finally, after 10,000 turns.
Such power dwells within.
Alright. Nice poke for an extra level.
The noble standard.
Go this way, just so I can try to get up to that guy over there. All these vulneraries, I don't particularly care about them. One square away from the chest, that figures. But it won't hurt to have an extra accuracy ring. All right. Can I physic Ferdinand from here? Yes.
Thank you.
That will surely help a lot. Alright. Hubert can finish the job, because of course he can.
Hardly worth my time.
Of course he would.
Any experience is worth having.
Got a pretty solid level out of that. Can't ignore that.
I'll send you flying. Yeah, it worked.
Good job, Caspar.
Pretty good, don't you think?
Nice.
Oh, I guess something I neglected to mention
Anywhere I can
about the actual proper archer class
What did I expect?
is they actually get, where is it? It's right down here. They get a natural increase to their attack range with a bow. just by virtue of being an archer. Which I think is neat. Alright, Helm Splitter. Get some bonus damage on this guy, which will not be enough to get the kill unless... No, even with Iron Axe. That's okay.
You should be honored.
Alright, so that's fine. I guess I'll just save my weapon usage and do roughly equal damage. I mean, equal enough that I can bring in, you know, say, Byleth to finish the job. With even just a simple iron sword. Gets the job done.
You fought well.
Get rid of that goddess icon. Hey, Armor Slayer. Alright. Probably don't need to explain that an Armor Slayer does bonus damage against heavy armor units. Let's heal Ferdinand up a little more. Alright. Can't quite lure out another enemy. That's okay.
Let the lesson begin. That is that.
Byleth can get some experience and drop that critical
We must all
quote.
do our part.
Wow, a whole nother vulnerary. You know, that thing, that thought I had about having Ferdinand deal with that guy, probably not my greatest form of strategery.
I can fight through anything.
Maybe I'll just draw him back and heal with someone who's a little more...
Just to the fray.
Do a little bit of that. I don't have any battalion skills on him at the moment. Alright, Edelgard can come here and just take on all comers. It's fine. I guess Byleth gets to have one. That's okay. Alright, so Petra. Petra has close counter, I believe, so we'll just have her switch to bows to take out one of these rogues.
My heart is full of victory.
Alright, now the reason I brought Dorothea over here. So she can inflict serious harm.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
Now that could kill him, but I could also use a combat art to prevent the counterattack. Which, I don't know, that seems like a pretty good idea. We'll go with Night Kneeler. Even though it's not effective damage, it is precisely enough.
You are none.
Plus, it came with a lower cost than Tempest
Greatness
Slash.
awaits me.
Sick moves, Bernie.
Can I go now?
And I do want to keep working on Byleth's
Should I have
whole
held back?
thing. His class mastery. That's what I'm thinking of. Oh yeah. Now that we know it's the Crest of Flames. Ah. Seems to have a two effects. It has a life drain effect, which is cool, and might also stop counterattacks. Also cool. I'm glad the game tells me that. I do wish that it was a little more explicit about the odds there. Occasionally and rarely are not super informative.
Thank you.
It's fine.
I am greater now.
Good job. We're almost getting there. It's trying to advance the allies. Well, there aren't any enemies left, so just gotta keep on moving. Alright, that is slightly risky. So what I might do is just have Edelgard here take the defensive approach. Or possibly Gambit. It's, well, no, I'm gonna save that. She'll just wait, and then, it'll be fine. It'll be cool.
So, you think you can take the lance from me, huh? I'll kill you. I'll kill every last one of you!
Alright, Edelgard took a hit. It's to be expected. There's something interesting there. Miklon took an extra 10 damage. I wonder what that's about. Well, Edelgard's already there, so let's go for the sure thing. Raise our accuracy. Raise our damage to precisely the point it needs to be to finish him off. No reason not to. So the 10 damage that Miklon took. Oh, I'll get into that after the cutscene, I suppose.
Not bad for your kind. A bunch of spoiled, rotten children. What the hell?
So you know that whole thing about how only Crest-bearers can wield a hero's relic? This is what happens when... This is what happens when someone without a crest tries.
I'm out of here. Hold on. No. Ah!
Oh, I don't think that guy survived.
That form. Oh my. Is this your first time fighting such a thing? Then listen well to what I say.
So hey, new enemy type. Monsters. I guess you could think of monsters as like real mini-bosses. Okay, so HP reserve.
An evil power has caused them to grow quite large. Their life force is beyond a mortal like yourself. You
All right.
cannot win unless you fell them twice, or even thrice.
So you see those little colored diamonds? That's how many life bars they have. So that's fun. Latent abilities.
Cornered one, you cannot let your guard down. Those things are even worse when threatened.
So monsters have latent abilities, and once you get through health bars, those abilities will activate. So the more you beat them up, the more threatening they become. Now, barriers and confusion. This should be important.
Can you see that barrier? It is surrounded by great power. You must break through to fight that thing. A strong attack or gambit might help to break through more quickly. If you can break the barrier, that power will have nowhere else to go, and that will likely cause confusion for that thing. It cannot counter while confused, which means that is the best time to attack.
Calling it confusion is a little weird, but well, the idea is when a monster has that barrier up, you have to either attack it twice or attack it once with effective damage. And that will break that tile. The monsters are bigger than your normal average everyday unit, so they'll have several of these barrier tiles, and you'll have to break all of them to stun it, to, you know, avoid the counterattack. Armor break.
Down all of their barriers. Not only will they be confused,
Ah,
they will not
there
be
it
able
is.
to move for a short while. Without the power flowing around them, they will not be able to restore their barriers. You might even be able to get something from them.
So that's the thing. So I guess breaking a barrier tile causes that confusion. Breaking the full barrier will make it last a little longer. And you'll get a bonus item. It's usually not like required, but it doesn't really hurt to have. But gambits. This is why I didn't use a gambit earlier with Edelgard.
They have such might that they will not fear you alone. But a battalion could prove useful on that front. Attack them with a gambit to draw their attention and force them to target you.
So that's a way to redirect their attention if you feel the need to. Like if you see them targeting, you know, one of your weak units, you want to keep them safe.
Be on your guard when they have realized their full power. The damage caused at times like that is not contained to just one spot. Once they have charged some power up, their barriers will be restored. You really must pay close attention to those things. Distract them with a gambit, or just take them down before they can attack. In any case, think carefully before you act.
So again, don't let them get their big attack in. It'll give them their barrier back. That would be bad. How did you learn all this anyway, Sothis?
But you should be conquering that thing instead of talking to me. If you're out of questions, get over there and fight!
Fine.
You should be...
Okay.
Such is the fate of one whose life is corrupted by a crest stone. How pitiable. The least we can do is put an end to his suffering.
Alright, so the whole group has been transported up here, and that's fine. Gilbert is currently being targeted, and honestly, that's also fine. So what are we looking at? Creststone, that's whatever. Barrier ability, Vital Defense, makes critical hits against this unit impossible. So as long as this guy has a barrier in place, he'll even have this critical negating ability active. If you can remove the barrier, just break it completely, that'll go away. We're also looking at Magic Bind, which we don't want to hit our mages, and Death Blow. If we can get through two of its attack bars, two of its health bars, excuse me, its attack will go up by 6. Its strength goes up by 6. So, you know, be advised.
Well done.
Definitely want to get Edelgard healed up.
You'll be repaid.
Good job, Lynn.
If only my research had such results.
It is fine.
I will prevail.
What I'm like trying to do is... I don't mind if Gilbert, you know, takes one on the chin here. He's fine. He's tough. He can handle it. Alright, here's where I gotta really let loose. Okay. Gilbert is getting himself got. Oh no, Bernie took a heal. Damn. Was not hoping for that. Was not planning for that. Alright, so let's bust out one of these gambits. So if I pan around, you'll see that it's got this big area of effect. So this will actually target multiple tiles of barrier in a way that, you know, a regular attack can't. This is a good thing. Assuming this pays off. It did. Fantastic. Alright, so it is currently confused. It cannot counterattack. That's what we like to see out of this. Of course, that's not all, but we're going to have Byleth come in and break... Well, actually, wait. I want someone else to do it. I mean, I guess it's got to go down like this. I mean, at present, she is safe. That breaks another tile of barrier. Now we're going to have Bernie come in. I can see as long as I target a square that doesn't have that barrier, my attack will go up, but I'm saving it. I'm not going to use that just yet. I'm going to go for the armor break right now. So that's one health bar down. That does count as like a kill in terms of warding experience. Alright, so I've got Umbral Steel. What is Umbral Steel? Don't worry about it. Yeah, so now the beast cannot attack. It no longer has that vital defense. So I'm now able to land a critical. Like if I come up here with Ferdinand. And I do, let's do a Tempest Lance. That's the name of the move. Now who else wants some? Oh, right. It's extra move. Oh, that's fine. We'll give it to Dorothea. So I know I said that monsters get more threatening as you beat them up more. Kind of fibbed. If you can armor break them, they are really not a threat at all. Let's see. So if I switch over to Sword of the Creator and I look at Ruptured Heaven, that's actually not as impressive as I thought it would be. I would do more damage with regular attack than I would with the combat art. The only difference is the combat art does give me slightly better crit rate. So I think what I'll do is I'll just soften it up a bit.
I have no need of
Or just kill it with Hubert. That's valid strategy too.
Goddess, the beast is gone, yet Miquelon and the lance remain.
It is done. Let's retrieve the lance and depart at once.
So, there you have it. Good job, Ferdy. That's fine.
That man, his form was changed. It was as though that lance was swallowing him whole. Upon that sight, it makes sense that your students were upset. I wonder if those relics truly hide such power.
Well, that seems to be the case.
Even still, that power seems familiar. That form as well. As one who wields the sword of the Creator, does that mean you possess that power too?
Professor, you have returned. The goddess is indeed generous with her divine protection. I have already heard Gilbert's report about what happened. See to it that you keep what transpired at the tower to yourself. People would lose faith in the nobles should rumors spread of one using a relic and transforming into a monster. All regions of Fodlan would fall into chaos. We must avoid that at all costs.
I don't know, though. I mean, shouldn't the people know what kind of power the nobles have and what could happen if it's not applied the right way? I'm just saying.
I'm sure the students who accompanied you understand that as well. Have I made myself clear?
Can't believe the church has its secrets. But, alright, fine. They're the boss.
His transformation into a black beast was nothing short of divine punishment from the goddess.
Punishment for someone arrogant and foolish enough to use a hero's relic even though they were unworthy and unqualified.
Unworthy and unqualified. That's an interesting way to put it. Unworthy. Of course, when I say interesting, I don't mean that in a good way. But, I wonder, could that happen to me?
If someone without a crest were to wield the relic you possess, they would likely meet the same fate as Miquelon. You, however, have been chosen. You are worthy of wielding the sword of the Creator, so there is no need to worry. The Church will formally return the lance to House Gautier, if you would. You have my gratitude. I can see that I was right to trust you with this. Please report back. I will tell you of your new mission for the coming moon at that time.
Well.
I assume the Archbishop was pleased with your performance. Did you return the Lance of Ruin?
I mean, I kind of didn't really have a choice in the matter, now did I?
I keep thinking about what Gilbert told us.
I mean, they're both basically the same thing.
Yes, Miquelon was discarded by his family because he was born without a crest. Eventually, he became a masterful thief and gathered enough ruffians to capture a fortress. Right or wrong, he was a gifted leader. He could have been a great asset to Fodlan. What a waste! It's true that a crest can increase your magical abilities and allow you to wield the full might of a hero's relic. But one cannot measure a leader's worth based solely on whether or not they bear a crest. There are plenty of talented people in this world without one.
Yeah, you know what? I do agree. But why is everyone obsessed with crests?
People believe crests are blessings from the goddess, that they're necessary to maintain order in Fodlan. But the people are wrong. Crests are to blame for this brutal, irrational world we live in. Their power is granted only to a select few, whom we elevate and allow to rule the world. Have you ever wondered if the only way to create a truly free world is to dispense with the goddess and the crests? Do that, and people will have no choice but to rise and fall by their own merits.
Lady Edelgard, I question whether you revealed too much to the professor.
Perhaps I did.
It is true that our teacher possesses a rare talent. Even I cannot deny it. The ability to wield the sword of the Creator is concerning.
I've already explained this to you. My power alone is insufficient. That's why I'm borrowing power from those people. If our teacher can wield it in my stead, I believe that would be for the best.
It's a risk. A dangerous one. You leave me no choice but to take matters into my own hands. Please excuse me.
Hubert, what are you going to do?
I can't hide from the truth. I can't do all that I must on my own. If all I can rely on is my own ambition, my path won't be easy. Is it so risky to reach out my hand? Father, I swear I will not stop until I succeed. My regret, my grief, my whole life, I've thrown it all away into the darkness.
Professor, you have done well to complete such a difficult task. You have shown exceptional skill in leading your students. I am forever grateful for the safe return of the hero's relic. Just as I expected, you have mastered the sword of the Creator.
I have literally not
Now,
used the sword of the
I
Creator.
shall tell you about your mission for the coming month.
Archbishop!
Seteth, what troubles you?
Flayn is missing. I cannot find her anywhere. Professor, have you seen Flayn recently?
That sounds bad. I have not.
I have searched everywhere. Where could she be? She may be in danger. Oh no, 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 what am I to do?
Calm yourself, Seteth. Professor, we shall continue our discussion another time.
So, you get the feeling that maybe Edelgard is not too pleased with the church? That maybe her ambition has something to do with that? I don't know. Perhaps someday we'll see.